And we're back. John McCain is at it again, folks. Listen to the statement he just made. Well, we're not really expecting anything positive coming from this man, judging on his actions in the past and what he had done during the primaries. However, John McCain has become the media's poster boy Republican rebel against Trump. It seems he is always available for negative comments. And as we see, even though the Republicans own all the houses of power, we notice half the GOP is globalists. John McCain is no exception. Watergate took months. This thing seems to be taking hours. Let's take a listen to this old rag.
And it's being diverted.
Is this more Watergate right now to you, or you
It's just another scandal. It's just another scandal that unfortunately continues every. Only it's now accelerated. Watergate took many months, and this thing seems to be taking hours.
Why do you think that is?
Boom. Immigration arrests are up. Like I reported on yesterday. Probably some of the better news of the day anyway. In the first 100 days of President Trump's presidency, immigration arrests have risen to 38% from the same time period in 2016. In the first 100 days since President Trump signed an executive order to enhance immigration enforcement, the arrests of undocumented immigrants is up 38% from the same time period in 2016, according to Immigration and Customs Enforcement data released Wednesday. ICE Acting Director Thomas Holman said his agency is focusing on undocumented immigrants with criminal records, the bad hombres that Trump spoke about throughout his presidential campaign. But the data shows that the biggest jump in arrests involved undocumented immigrants without a criminal record, a 156% increase from last year. Between January 22nd and April 29th, ICE arrested 10,845 people whose immigration violations were the only marks on their record. That's nearly triple the 4,242 people arrested during the same time period in President Barack Obama's final year in office. Of all the people arrested by ICE this year, nearly 75% had a criminal record. In Obama's final year in office, 92% of the people arrested by ICE in the country had a criminal record. I get asked a lot why we arrest somebody that's not a criminal. Holman said, "Those who do enter the country illegally, they do violate the law. That is a criminal act." What a stupid question. That's got to be the dumbest question I've ever heard. Breaking. Trump White House leaker caught. Allegedly. New bombshell report is claiming National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster and his Deputy National Security Advisor Dina Powell have been leaking negative information about the president. The Political Insider reported earlier this year, President Trump told Fox News that he believed Obama officials that still work in all areas of the government are behind many of the leaks that plague the White House, many of which have serious national security implications. While President Trump may be correct that disgruntled Obama officials may be trying to destroy this White House, a new report suggests that some of the anti-Trump leaks are coming from within his very own team. From the GOT News or GOT News, two separate National Security Council sources have confirmed that National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster and Deputy National Security Advisor Dina Powell have been leaking negative material about President Donald J. Trump to their allies in the anti-Trump media, GOT News can exclusively report. It's very hard when your boss, the president, and your boss, the NSC advisor, see the world so differently, says one staffer who opposed regime change in Syria. Staffers on the National Security Council describe a culture of intimidation, especially for those who didn't come in under McMaster and support the Trump campaign's commitment to put America first. It's like the Bush years never ended, notes one staffer who didn't come in under McMaster. I didn't sign up for this shit, and the American people didn't vote for it. Oh really? I did, and so did 65 million others. For For those of you that forgot, McMaster was brought into the White House following the firing of Michael Flynn. McMaster and Dina Powell are not Trump loyalists and had no affiliation to the president prior to his election. Given this important fact, it is not inconceivable to think that career government employees, even though they work for the president, would be behind the anti-Trump leaks that continue to flow out of the White House. President Trump is not a typical politician, and McMaster and Powell are part of the DC establishment that Trump has attacked for years. If the president feels that these two are responsible for leaking to the press, he should fire them immediately. The liberal media forced him to fire Michael Flynn, and if this report is true, it's no surprise that the left praised the choice of McMaster to serve as National Security Advisor. Well, we certainly have our work cut out for us, but we always knew it'd be an uphill battle, even before we won the election, for tyranny is always fought by the minority.